Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to F1 Manager 2024 and another part of the Lotus Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Hungarian Grand Prix, and first things first, we need to change the livery back to what it was. Thank you very much for all of the support on the series so far. I really do appreciate everybody and you know how much people have been enjoying it, and all of the comments and all of the sort of hints and tips that you've been given. Really do appreciate it. So thank you very much, and do keep it coming. And hopefully you are enjoying the series. If you are, then do give it a big thumbs up down below. Really looking forward to the second half of the season now, and really trying to make the most of it, I guess. That is, you know, the main thing. We're scoring a lot of points this season so far. It's been a really great time. So let's keep that going, and fingers crossed we can have some good results today to go along with it. Now, side pods are not a part of what we are developing at the moment, so that is something to think about. There are there's going to be some new front wings coming in 3 days, or at least research on that. So, yeah, could do with those side pods being made. We've got chassis that are well behind as well. It's just one of those issues of when you make the parts a little bit lighter and you haven't got as much money flowing around. You know, that will make a big impact, and certainly is doing at the moment. Let's have a little look at contracts. So James Allison is here for the next 5 years. Dirk De Beer is, and Randeep Singh will be. In terms of race engineers, Gaetan Yego's here for the next 3 years. Gary Gannon is rejoining next season, so that's going to be good. And those two are going to still be our affiliate drivers, which is fabulous to see. Paul Aaron definitely developing quite nicely, already 75 rated, which is really nice. And yeah, let's continue pushing on then. So we've got a few facility refurbishments coming through. So the weather centre sorted, which is nice. The design centre concerns are fine. There was no signs of structural damage. Yeah, that's fine. So they're closing that matter. That means everything can continue the way it was. So the tour centre's refurbished. Front wing research is complete as well, which is really good. Let's have a little look at what we could do then research-wise. We've only actually got 2 million, so when's the ATR window finished? 53 days to be fair. So we don't have to be doing it straight away. Yeah, that's fine. I think let's get some manufacturing done and see if we can get any more parts underway. That would be nice. Right, so front wing manufacturing is done. That should be pretty much sorted for the rest of the season now. How long do side pods take? 8 days. If we rush them through, we can get one of them in. I think that's worth doing. Yeah, there's no point spending a premium on the other side pod. So we'll just do one for now. Okay. Let's just have a little look. That's fine then. Okay, so let's just check. That's going to be done in 7 days. That's going to be done in 6 days. So one of our chassis has actually been made, which is good. So we're starting to get there again. We don't want to design. We can design one part, probably. So we've done a front wing. Let's do an underfloor, I think. Okay, and let's go for a quarter. Or do we go for a fifth? Yeah, it might be worth going for a fifth. Just so we've got one in everything done by the next ATR period. Yeah, we're losing a lot of expertise, aren't we? We're going to go for that. And we're going to put... Well, we might as well put 6 engineers on for now, because that's the only research we're going to be doing over the next few days. Right, let's continue on. Let's see what the regulation results were. So we voted for, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull voted against, Mercedes voted against, Alpine voted against, Williams voted against. So, yeah, unfortunately, we will not be getting more parts next season, which is a real shame. Never mind. So, side pods should be finished. Fabulous. Right. So that can go on car 1. That can go on car 2. Chassis-wise, that can go on car 1. That's sorted. Rear wings are fine. Underfloor is okay for now. Suspension is okay for now. Right. How long does that take to manufacture? 8 days. How long does that take? 8 days. Suspensions are already being manufactured. Rear wings are fine. They take 10 days, but we've got another one coming through. So, yeah, I think it makes sense. To get another side pod manufactured, doesn't it? Ah, we don't have enough money. Okay. Do we have enough money to do that? Yes. So we can do an underfloor instead. And that is going to be for underfloor 3, is it? Yes. That's fine. Right, we'll get that sorted. Perfect. Let's just have a quick check of the cost cap. See how we're getting on with that. Yeah, still got over half of that to go. We still haven't bought any engine parts or anything like that. That is something to consider. Obviously, we get a decent amount of money at the start of every month. We got the sponsor plan will probably be coming through at some point as well. There you go. There's a sponsor plan coming in a week or so. We'll get another couple of million from that. So the first of the 1st of August, or July, is it July? No, the 1st of August is going to be a big day because we're going to have a lot of money come through the door. We're not going to have our next race for a decent number of weeks, so we can put a little bit of money into our car part development then when we can hopefully get on top of things. But the car's looking good this weekend. We'll just double check how everything's looking. So chassis-wise, we're looking good. Front wing-wise, we're looking good. Rear wing. Side pods is fine. Underfloor is fine. Now, obviously, the big risk is we have a big smash-up in qualifying and then we have to emergency purchase. That will put us into debt, unfortunately. But we're just about plodding along at the moment, and that's something to be happy about. Right. Daniel Ricciardo will target him 16th. Andrea Kimi Antonelli, we will target 15th. And let's get ourselves into this weekend at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Here we go.
Welcome to the beautiful Three Springs Valley, here in Hungary. We've arrived at the Hungaroring, located just outside Budapest. It's one of the shortest laps on the F1 calendar. Drivers are forced close together on this track, jostling for position and defending their space to the end. In the last round, Max Verstappen flew to victory, the Dutchman proving that he can be absolutely unstoppable when he's in such fine form. Stay with us then for what should be an exciting weekend.
Okay, so obviously not a sprint weekend or anything like that, so I'll just get on with practice and I'll see you guys for qualifying.
Our weekend continues with qualifying, as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
The Hungaroring short circuit can get crowded during Q1 and Q2. Teams need to get their drivers out there and in the best position to set a fast lap or risk being caught out.
And we've got Daniel Ricciardo there, Karun. How do you think he'll be feeling going into this one?
Neither of the team's drivers have brought home many points so far, so they'll be looking to change that as soon as possible to prove their worth on track.
Stay with us as we see who can deliver on motorsport's biggest stage.
Right then, we are ready and raring to go with qualifying then. Looking forward to it. Again, it's a place where our car should work well. We should have some extra parts in the bank as well here. It's not chassis. Front wing is done. Side pods. It's suspension maybe, yeah. So I think suspension is done. That's fine. That's all looking good for Daniel Ricciardo then. Let's have a look at Antonelli. And, you know, of course, he's running our first generation of chassis. Not running in as quite as good a car as Daniel Ricciardo is. But we can hopefully get him up to 100% setup satisfaction. Shouldn't be any rain in this session. We'll just triple check that, yeah. So it should be a nice, clean run in qualifying for the first time in Antonelli's career. So let's get them out there. See what they can put in straight away here. Daniel Ricciardo already a couple of tenths quicker than his teammate. And here he comes up to the line then. Daniel Ricciardo does a 14.5. Antonelli does a 14.9. So 3.5 tenths separating our two drivers. A little bit further off Albon than I would feel comfortable with. So we're going to send them out there again on the scrubs. Just to try and get that second lap in. Antonelli, well, it's not too bad, but it's not quite Finding the pace here, Antonelli. He comes round the final corner, and it's no improvement.
Currently P7.
Same for Ricciardo.
Very good lap.
So
Press in button.
new boots are going to be required
Box now. Copy.
for Antonelli, you would think. Although we're 6th and 7th at the moment, maybe we're being harsh on ourselves. I think we'll probably get through. Let's just, yeah. Let's just risk it, I suppose. Save the tyres. It's Norris really that you have to watch, but he only finished 11th, which is very interesting, but 8th and 10th for us. Right, into Q2 we go then. Ricardo, just send him straight out there. Antonelli straight out there with him. Don't want that traffic, that's not great. 27-0 for both of them, that's their best performance through the first sector so far. Yeah, Ricciardo is definitely looking about 0.3 quicker than his teammate. 14.5 for Ricciardo again. 14.6 this time for Antonelli, and it was final sector that got him back on track with that, which is good to see. Send them back out on the scrubs. Quicker than Piastri at the moment. Well, I think Hulkenberg will go quicker than us, but we're essentially 9th and 10th right now. So I'm going to send them both out there again. Again, hoping for not a lot of traffic. Be nice to get a little improvement here. Just has to be a small increment, really. Get us closer to the Mercedes cars. 27.1, 26.8 there for Daniel Ricciardo. So he's definitely finding a bit more pace in the car. Can Antonelli find something in this middle sector? No, to 26.2, 26.1. It's not going to be any improvement for Kimi Antonelli, and he's going to be out in Q2 once again. He heads up to the line. It's in the 15s, and Daniel Ricciardo over the line. He doesn't improve either, so it's going to be on whether Bottas and Joe can find anything here.
That was a good lap. That was a good lap. Go in.
Okay.
No, nothing there. And, well, Antonelli is getting closer to the top 10, but it's 11th.
Okay.
Right. Let's have a quick look at what we're expecting strategies to look like tomorrow. Yeah, soft tyres are going to play a part, aren't they? So I think realistically we want to do one lap on the scrubs and then have one final lap
That's great.
on the brand new boots. For the first time, Daniel Ricciardo has a lap time that was uninterrupted by traffic. He's 0.4 slower than what he managed in both Q1 and Q2, but has that possibility of going quicker on the fresh rubber. We should hopefully have no traffic. So here he comes then, Daniel Ricciardo. Let's ride on board with him. Can he find his ultimate pace here? Let's see, through the first sector, 26.9. That's pretty good. 0.3 quicker than what he managed on the scrub tyres. Through the middle sector now. 25.9, that's good. So this is going to be his best time of the day, I think. Daniel Ricciardo coming up to the line now. It's going to be a 14.2. Very nice time. Unfortunately, does not get him above George Russell. And that will be Daniel Ricciardo qualifying in 10th place for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Mercedes definitely improving in the second half of the season. They're a lot closer to Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren than they are to us now. Looks like Aston Martin have maybe made a step forward as well. But Daniel Ricciardo, all he did was put his best time of the weekend in Q3. That's all he can do.
There's a fantastic atmosphere here at the Hungaroring today as we prepare for 70 laps of thrilling F1 action.
So let's have a little look at strategy then. So we're expecting to be using the hard tyres as well. I quite like that. Getting off the soft tyres a bit earlier. Yeah, I think that's going to be the quickest way to play it today. Suggesting a 3-stop strategy with Kimi Antonelli here. Again, that could be a possibility. What if we were to do that? Would that be any better? Yeah, we'll go for that. I think that's going to be a better delta come the end. And, yeah, again, people screaming for me to take maximum fuel out of the car and just conserve. But yeah, I just don't really want to do that. I just don't think it's too realistic. You know, people can say whatever they want in the comment section. You know, oh, YouTubers do this, YouTubers do that. I think you're fine. You know, I'm not stupid. I'm not actually a full-time YouTuber. I am a maths teacher with a maths degree, so I am not, in fact, stupid. But this is the way that I want to play the game, and that's the way I'll do it. I'm not going to just be conserving the whole race. That's not how things work. And hey, it's been going well so far this season. Let's be fair with that. We haven't got a car that is top 10 performance, but Daniel Ricciardo consistently in the top 10 this season so far. Right, let's get ourselves into this Grand Prix. Hopefully get off to a good start and then settle down again as we normally do. So here we go then. It is time for the 2025
The anticipation is really building.
Hungarian Grand Prix.
The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. And we certainly know that Daniel Ricciardo's capable of bringing home a good result.
Starting P10 puts them in the right place to get some points, but there's still a lot to do.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. And here we go with the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Lights out, away we go. Here in Hungary. Good starts for Max Verstappen over Fernando Alonso. Who will lead going into turn one? Oh, Daniel Ricciardo gets a little bit bogged down there. Can he get past George Russell? No, he can't. His teammate Antonelli's having a little look at him. Didn't make the move stick. We're just following George Russell through this first sector, having a look into the chicane. That is a huge move because it is tough to overtake here in Hungary. So we have to make sure that we are taking those opportunities early on. So, good start for Daniel Ricciardo. He's up to P8. Antonelli following George Russell quite nicely as well. 4 of the top 10 on mediums. Everybody else is on soft tyres. But we've deliberately saved some tyres with both drivers to give us the best possible chance here of finishing in the points. Antonelli has taken George Russell. Let's have a little look. And that was into the chicane. He watched his teammate do this the previous lap. He went down the inside this time, and he is through and up into 10th place. That's going to be a big help towards Daniel Ricciardo's Grand Prix. Using that ERS nicely there. Going to keep everything else on full push. Antonelli, we're just going to drag down a little bit. And George Russell ended up on the grass there. So I'm going to put him on medium on the overtake aggression. And Ricardo just dropped down a little bit here. Would love to stay within DRS of Hülkenberg and Norris. That would be fantastic. Russell has overtaken Antonelli, unfortunately. But these two can continue to battle. But Ricciardo's battles seem to be a bit further up the field. Look at the battles going on ahead. So we've got Max Verstappen leading, Fernando Alonso second, Piastri third, then Leclerc, then Hamilton, then Albon. Norris has just taken Albon into 6th place. We're following Nico Hülkenberg, who's currently in 8th. And Antonelli is battling with Russell for P10 right now. Okay. Let's try and zoom forward a little bit. Ricardo's just dropped out of DRS range. I think let's use a little bit of overtake to just try and close that gap a little bit. Tsunoda has now overtaken Antonelli as well. Ricardo's so close to getting back within DRS. Didn't happen though.
So what DRS?
That's not what we wanted, is it?
Okay, understood.
Right, back to standard for Antonelli. Just used a little bit too much of his tyres, I think, in that first stint. Might pay the price of that very, very soon. Albon's the one that's dropped to 8th now.
Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
Copy.
Russell's got decent tyres. Antonelli will full attack this lap and bring him in onto the medium tyres. So in he comes. Can we get a good pit stop here? Had some excellent pit stops in Great Britain. Let's see how we get on here. It's a lovely pit stop. 2.3 there from the boys. And Antonelli is back away in 18th place. Going to use a bit of overtake to get away from Kevin Magnussen here. It's very important. Don't want to be haggling with the back markers. That's something we definitely don't need in this race. So let's see how we can get on today.
More lifting coast, please.
And Ricardo. Yeah, I think get in this lap. Let's get a bit of an undercut going. And he is in. So Daniel Ricciardo pits from P9. Decent first stint. Good pit stop, 2.4. And he's away. And he's away nicely in front of the Williams of Esteban Ocon. Which gives him just a little bit of time to find his feet here. Push the engine just to give him that little bit of extra pace. But he's on to the hard tyres. And hope that he'll still get a decent undercut here. On the guys in front. So Antonelli's just overtaken Yuki Tsunoda. They're battling hard, aren't they? Yeah. Now then, can Antonelli get more than a second in front of those guys? It's not looking likely. He's 10 seconds behind his teammate right now. I think Tsunoda will pass Antonelli here. It's going to be about Antonelli trying to stay with Tsunoda. Yeah, both Aston Martins in the pits, so Ricciardo's got a decent undercut on Russell. Bottas is now overtaking Antonelli. That's not ideal at all. Ricciardo currently P9. Looking decent. Come on, just behind Alex Albon. Tsunoda seems to be being aggressive on those hard tyres. There's Ricciardo getting on. He's okay for now. Hopefully he can stay with Albon. That would be brilliant if we could keep getting that DRS every lap. Let's get these on the top up now. So, Ricciardo P9, Antonelli currently P14, so it's again that middle stint that Antonelli is definitely struggling on at the moment. Russell on the medium tyres, so he's going to catch Daniel Ricciardo here. Come on, Daniel, let's pull out the gap. And that's exactly what he did. So Nicely done. Still P9. And that's probably the maximum we can do. We're not as quick as the top 8 teams. You know, we can get in there if they've got mechanical issues, but we're not as fast as them, so 9th really is the maximum that we can do. So it's going to be lap 46 for Ricciardo. Now then.
Mode push, mode push.
Copy.
Antonelli, we're going to try an attack.
Copy.
Next couple of laps. And he can come into the pits. Russell's got Ricciardo now. Bizarrely, he's already a second in front. So here comes Antonelli in, and it's another good pit stop, 2.4 second pit stop there. Russell currently doing a great job. Let's keep an eye on Antonelli for a bit. Let's manage to get past Sonoda. It's 13th right now. Can he continue to close the gap on Bottas? Bottas's tyres. Yeah, he's on soft tyres. So, yeah, he's going to struggle, Antonelli, to catch Bottas early in this stint. Later in the stint, however, he should be able to catch him. Virtual safety car would be lovely. Would help us out massively. And it's going to stick with Zhou Guanyu here. Going to have DRS, should be an easy overtake. And it is. We should have had DRS on the exit there as well. Didn't happen. So Ricciardo now getting towards pit window territory. I think probably worth attacking for the next couple of laps and then coming in.
Understood.
Onto the medium tyres.
So we'll totally catch them up, okay? The next car behind is Ocon.
So Ricciardo is in. Penultimate pit stop of the day. Oh, and there's an issue. And it's a big one. 4 seconds. That could spell the end of 9th place for Ricciardo today. Might be able to catch Russell, but yeah, he's lost that 4 seconds. That is probably the end. Antonelli, meanwhile, 14th. He's still got another pit stop coming. It's whether we just switch the strategy here with Antonelli. Go for one less pit stop. And he can make it to the end, hopefully. So another pit stop is going to be disastrous for him. A few of the top 10 have now got mechanical faults. Ricciardo's pace is pretty good. He's taking about a second a lap out of Russell, but he's also got to pass him and still have tyres at the end. Albon's mechanical fault is getting worse. Let's try and stick close to Max Verstappen.
Now there's been an issue in the pits.
So Tsunoda in. Albon's still got a mechanical fault. Looks like Albon might have to retire at some point in the next few laps. So still closing in on Russell. He's going to have to let Alonso past. And that's now got us to within 2 seconds. It's a decent chance here, I think. Antonelli, meanwhile, is overtaken by Bottas. A great amount we can do with that. These tyres should last if we keep pushing the way we are. Well, Verstappen has a mechanical fault now. Got 8 laps to go. Ricardo's tyres they're looking okay for now. Trying to top up that ERS for a couple of laps at the end to push.
Need to save some fuel because we're not going to finish.
Well, Tsunoda's taking Antonelli here. He's not going to be passed by Ocon, but yeah, that's the end of that as a contest. Hamilton's problems getting worse as well.
Try to save fuel where you can.
Okay, understood.
Let's try and stick a little bit closer to Piastri. He's coming up on the back of Russell now. And there he is, just 1 second separating us now. 3 laps to go. And we are right behind him. Ready to pounce. So DRS on. Don't necessarily need to overtake him here and now. It looks like the second DRS zone isn't working today. Not really sure why. Right. Important that we get through this traffic nicely. So, this is the
Make sure you do something.
moment.
Okay.
But I think Russell's going to have DRS as well, is he? And we're stuck. Yeah, that's not worked out well, has it? Alright, come on. Got to find somewhere to overtake him. Come on.
Checkered flag.
Can Ricciardo get him? I don't think he can. Max Verstappen's won another Grand Prix this season. Yeah, it's not going to happen. George Russell is going to come across the line in 9th. There comes Ricciardo across the line, finishes in 10th. It's another point for Daniel, but yeah, he'll be disappointed, really.
That was a good day. Well done, everyone. Well done, guys.
It's coming to you, mate. Pick up Robert.
Yeah, real shame that we couldn't finish above Russell today. We were a long way off the likes of Albon and Hamilton on their mechanical faults, but yeah, I think it worked out well for Antonelli to drop to the two-stop strategy.
As always, there will be lots to talk about after that race, including the performance from the driver currently on our screens.
A 14th place finish today, no points and lots to think about.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Another win this year, and you know what? I wonder if they've lost count by now.
Well, very good.
As far as those three are concerned, well, they'll be leaving Budapest hungry for more.
Very good from Max Verstappen. He is going to get very close to winning the World Championship very soon. He has won 12 out of 13 races this year.
Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that then marks the end of our time here in Hungary.
Next time, the teams will be adding another year to the legend of Spa-Francorchamps. Anything can happen at the Belgian Grand Prix.
Okay, there you go then. Max Verstappen beats Fernando Alonso to victory. Piastri finishes 3rd, Leclerc 4th, then Norris in 5th. Hamilton finishes in 6th, ahead of Hülkenberg and Albon, Russell and Ricciardo. Top 10 in the championship looks like this. Verstappen is 119 points ahead of Fernando Alonso. Shows what Alonso's consistency is. He hasn't won a single race this season. Max has won 12, but still mathematically possible for him to win the World Championship. Lando Norris in 3rd there, defending world champion, not having the best of years this year, has to be said. Alex Albon and Nico Hülkenberg doing a great job for Mercedes. Remember last season, they really struggled. They finished 6th place last year. They're going to finish 4th this year, I think. You know, unless Aston Martin have a big turnaround in form. Daniel Ricciardo still in the top 10, which is really lovely to see. And there you go. There's the Constructors, and I think 6th is pretty secure now, unless RB have a second half of the season like they had last year. And fastest pit stops, Kimi Antonelli. They're up in 5th. Weirdly, Ricciardo must have been just outside of the top 10. Does get us a few more points in the pit stop championship, though, and we are still closing in on Ferrari in 4th. And there is the report for today. Yeah, disappointing to have that mistake in there. That definitely cost Ricciardo a 9th place finish. And there we go then, $994,000 made in profit. Okay, so suspension 4 has been made, as has chassis 3. And the board, well, they're happy with our progress at the moment. We've scored points in 8 of the 12 races so far this season. 8 of the 12 we need to this season. And I think we should probably do that. We are going to get an extra 1.5 million from the board, which is really nice. Quick look at the emails before we go. Yeah, all looking good. Chassis wise, we can put one on both cars now. Install replacement, and then we'll have a good idea of what we need to make in the next couple of episodes. Underfloor is definitely one that we need, isn't it? Side pods, again, one that we need. One that we've got coming, I believe, though. I thought we did. Right, side pods definitely need... Well, we might as well go for 3 of them, mightn't we? Yeah. Underfloor's already in development. I think chassis is the other one that we really need a few more of. So we're going to go for 2 of them. That'll get us to the 10th of August, and then we should be pretty happy after that. So that is where we're going to leave it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.